All right, hold up. We just pretty much gonna be talking about nerdy stuff, man. We're gonna get on your level today.
Okay.
Today. So
that's what's up.
I'm gonna go on and get on the intro. All right. Trim, you ready? What up, everybody? It's the Chord Room. Happy to be here once again doing my favorite thing I love to do, which is podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Man, I love having guests, man, but this guest is special to me. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother. We've been through a lot.
We got stories.
We've been through a lot, man. And it's funny, like this is a part of the things that we wanted to do in college. Like we wanted to, do episodes, or before it was podcasting, I guess it was just like we did like movies. We wanted to do, we had dreams, man. And no matter how much you grow up and do things, them dreams are always stay there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just funny how now today, we doing what we love to do still. You know what I'm saying? So he is the host of the BIG BLERD Podcast. Y'all check it out. Like, subscribe, do all of that, to his podcast. He's ex-football player, man. His father, husband, he's just
all the good stuff.
Yeah,
reacher of high things and lifter of heavy things. That's
right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's my wife's job description. You reach the high stuff and you pick up the heavy stuff.
Back. So without any further ado, man, we about to get into some nerdy stuff today, man. Something that we like to on the Chord Room. We like to dig into different topics, man. You know what I'm saying, and bring people on that are doing different things, talking about different topics. So without further ado, it's my boy Chris Cox. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me. And CLINT, everybody, people that don't know or people that do know us, we go back over 20 years when we were in school. You know what I mean? Like we're dating us right now, but we go back a long time, and we've always stayed in contact. And like I said, we got some stories from like the first night we ever like. If we have a chance to, we should tell that story how we became how we clicked up and became friends. Because
we could do that right now, man.
Oh, okay. So all right, so bet, right? So we're in college, and then it's on the East Coast, right? So we're in Sullivan County Community College. So it's an upstate college, upstate New York, right? So we're at some type of it was a party. It was like a early in the season, early in the year, kind of like mixer / party, whatever it is, right?
Nice.
Like it was thrown by one of the clubs, I think like student association or whatever. And so you had to check your coat. So they had a coat check. So you had to check your coat, and you went and hung out and party. So now everybody who went to this school thought they was getting away from the city, right? That was the initial, that when you went up to visit, that's what they told you. Oh, it's away from the city. You're going to be upstate. Everybody from the hood was in this school. So you didn't get away from everybody, from all the hustlers. Everybody was up at that school. It was wild.
Wow.
So we all having a fun night. We chilling, we partying, we hanging out. And then we about to head out. We about to leave. And one of my friends' coat is not in the coat check. And so, CLINT, was you running the coat check, or was it?
Yeah, I was running the coat check, right?
Oh, so you was running the coat check.
Yeah.
It was Kevin's coat. Kevin's coat went missing. So shout out to my boy Kev. And so Kev's coat went missing. And so we were already like 4 or 5 of us already. So we were like, where's the coat? And Clinton, like true stand-up dude, he was like, hey, I was at coat check. I don't know, but let's go figure it out. And so we detective talking to everybody in the party, and they were like, well, so-and-so just left with it, or just left with a coat that looked like that. So we take off. So it's like 6 of us now. We take off, see dude walking across the campus, book it. Hey, my man, you got my dude's coat, hawked him down, pressed him for the coat.
Right.
Hey, take that off, take that. So we made him take his coat off, and it was like I don't know, it was at night, so it's probably like 40, 50 degrees.
Wow.
It was pushed back.
Wow.
So I was like, yo, take that coat off, bro. So me and my man run the coat, take it off. It was Kev's. We got it back. And yo, we've been like this cool since then. And that's just one story. We had some running up in people's houses. They were messing with one of my friends, one of our good friends, and man. She came. Remember that she came back and was like, he called me so tried to slap me. Oh, say less. Got in the car, went to my man's dorm, opened up his door. Hey, which one of you hit my friend? We were in a Toyota Tercel. Eugene's Toyota Tercel, and it was like 7 of us. And you know how that car is little, and I'm like 295 back then, so it's like, and then Scott was with Scott's 6'4", right? So we were all packed in this little car. It sounded like 30 people. We all slammed the door. It sounded like 30 people getting out this car, and it's like, yo, which one of y'all hit my friend? Huh? What happened? No, that's not what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. What?
Right.
So we had a crazy time. It was 2 years at Sullivan.
Yeah, man.
And we've been
everybody at Sullivan.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Edgewood college dorms.
Right. We got 2. That man, bro, that place got like a million stories, bro.
And that's just ours. And we have a ton. There's other people, like we know pieces of other people's story. Right. Like, remember when Shorty got like duct tape on the couch?
What?
Remember?
Yeah. Duct tape.
Yo, it was like I said, everybody was from the hood. So it wasn't like you couldn't just go around and be happy go lucky and say something to somebody. Because that happened, and then it was an end of the year brawl. Wow. And it was remember that brawl that was out? They had the cops come. And, Yo, that school was wild.
Yeah. Sound like it was high school more than anything.
We did our 2 years, and then we all
left.
I was like, yo, I'm going to Iowa. I'm going to play football. I'll see y'all guys later. Bye. It was wild, yo.
Yeah, we had a ball. We had a ball up there though. We stuck together. That was the thing though. That we had a crew. We stuck together. Listen, everybody probably. Man, we all had size on us a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So we all stuck together. Scott like 6 something. Yeah. Like Chris, like you said, he like 295. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody know the way we roll together. When you roll with a crew, you know what I'm saying? You just cool. Ain't nobody gonna really bother you.
Yeah, and because we wasn't really about that. But if something happened to one of us or one of our friends, then it was like, all right, what's good? But over time, everybody was like, oh, what's up? Like, we was the chill crew. Everybody hung out. We used to cook dinners and have like the whole like dorm over there.
I was just eating.
Yeah, we used to cook. I was like, let's throw like a barbecue, whatever it is. And so, because they were like townhomes, you know what I mean? So they weren't like normal dorms, because the dorms were summer cottages. So when the students left, like people rented them out. So they had an upstairs and a downstairs, and you kind of had like a little front pay. So it was like a little neighborhood, especially in college dorms. And so I was like, yo, let's just get together and make food. So like we linked up with like 3 or 4 of different houses, and then we just all made food. And it was
that's dope. That's
cool. Everybody was out there. We got dressed up. Remember that, the first one?
Oh yeah.
Everybody got dressed up and put on. If you had like dress clothes, we had like a little cocktail party. It was wild.
Yeah.
And that was us. That was how we rolled. Like we hung out. We went everywhere.
Cracking jokes.
Crack jokes all the time. Like even the teachers, the professors was like, hey, the professors knew we was all like cool together. Yeah. And we never got into anything that somebody didn't drag us into.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like we never really got into anything unless it was something to where like, somebody started something. You know, like that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? We bro, like we had a great I miss them times, man.
Yeah, we got some hate though. Cause like the ladies used to like hanging around all of us, cause like we just have people dying. Like me, Scott, Clinton, and Gerard would just like people you couldn't.
And Gerard was in it too. Wow.
Yo, you couldn't eat around us. It got so bad you couldn't eat or drink because we would purposely try to make you spit your food out or spit your juice out, and we just start cracking random jokes.
Right.
Juice coming out their mouth, can't eat. And they were like, well, stop, I'm trying to eat. And go ahead, eat, go ahead. And then we would just go off and crack jokes. And people, we got a little hate for that. Like people like, why are we hanging around y'all? I don't know, because we cool as shit. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. We, you know, like you right. You know, we got a little hate, man. But you know,
Ed, remember Eddie Mack? Ed was with us.
Shout out to Ed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ed, man. You know,
Ed, Vindesia, Big Rob, security.
Right.
Detective
was he a security or that's his job?
Big Rob is just a big dude.
Like, he's a big dude, man.
Like Big Rob, you know Rob and Big. Remember the black dude used to be.
He really him.
That's Big Rob.
That's really him.
But like not
sarcastic as a
yes.
That's a sarcastic dude, bro.
Wow.
His aggression goes into his sarcasm. He wasn't going to like push. He wasn't going to push you over or like fight you or nothing. But that Big Rob was just security.
Right.
Hey, what you doing? Why you coming in and
right?
What's going on?
You sound like
hey, remember that? Hey, y'all can't be using the phone all the time. Yo, we had some good times. Yo, we all still talk today.
Yeah,
like
we
all. That's dope, man.
We all still talk and hang out, and like Scott did you guys' logo, right?
Yeah, got that logo. Yep,
it's dope. Yeah.
Logo, so like we all try to make sure we are involved in each other's life as best as we can be, because we know we all have our life. So
we spread out across the United States.
Yeah,
you know, but like I said, it was our dream to be tied to each other somehow, some way. You know what I mean? Like it don't matter. You know, you got a business. You know, shoot, I'm linking you with my business, and we working together. And, you know, that's why I say this podcast so special to me, because to me that's the beginning of that. You know, us doing that. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
The definition of a blerd.
So that's a relatively new term, right? So like when we was young, it was just you was a nerd,
right?
Or if you from the East Coast, you was a herb. So
right.
You know what I mean? For all our East Coast, you was that's a herb ass dude over there, right? So, but now because nerd culture, anime, comic books, collectibles, things like that, now it has become mainstream. Black culture, or part of Black culture, we have decided to take power in naming what the movement is.
Right.
And I say we, but I think that's more of a younger generation thing. I just consider myself a lover of anime, or a lover of video games, or a lover of comics, or whatever. But still, as a Black man, being involved in this, I don't want to say resurgence, but this complete blow up of nerd culture. That's what a blerd is. Basically, you're a Black nerd, but it's a term of endearment because you are owning your love of something that used to be counterculture and is now pop culture and mainstream.
Nice. That's dope.
And I'm trying to figure out whether or not I'm a blerd.
Yeah, you got a Pac-Man shirt on, bro. You blerd.
See what I mean? I'm trying to figure this out. You know, when I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I heard blerd, I'm like, but dang, he must love Big Bird. I thought it was like Sesame Street, Big Bird. You know, then I watched the Kendrick Crump episode.
Yeah,
that you did with Kendrick Crump.
Shout out to Kendrick. Yes.
Right.
But back to the story though.
I was like, right, back to the story. But I was like, wait a minute, all right, blerd, all right, Black nerd. So I'm like, all right, but dang, I might be a Black nerd. I don't know. You know, I collected comic books when I was in school. I used to take my little, you know, dollars, go to it was a bodega down the street that had, you know, they had the pornos, they had
of course, always in the back, tucked to the left.
Right, exactly. And they had, you know, the you know, the comic books at the bottom. So whenever I got my little money, I'll go and I'll buy me some you know, some comic books. But, you know, then I started, you know, as the movie started coming out, I started connecting, you know, this kind of, I was like, okay, because I was really an X-Men. Really, I was just an X-Men fan, you know, because of the cartoon. So I was like, man, you know, I you know, I started connecting the dots with the new movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with you, since I know you so well, you know, it started the term blurred became something a little different for me because I had some questions. I started thinking about things like, okay, well, I know this is, Chris, he's from Brooklyn. He's from, he played football. He, what I'm saying, he grew up, he grew up in a rough neighborhood just like I did. So, but he likes nerdy things. He loves anime. Coming up as a kid, how was that for you being a blerd?
It was solitary. And then, but real quick, I'll add this in there too. Like, so I know Clint, like I said, me and him 20 years or so. Clint is a music hip hop head, right? Like a true audiophile. But that's being a blur too, because that is a specific culture, a specific genre that you fully engage in. So it doesn't even have to be comics or anything like that. You're a blur because you are a true music. I mean, people will say, especially Black culture, oh, you a hip hop head. But you know what I mean? That's nerd tendencies. You dabbling, you dabbling in nerd, bro.
Got a question, man. So back then, so did Clint ever break down his definition of between what an MC is and an artist for you? Did he ever delve into that for you?
No, but we were all on the same page because like people that we liked or didn't like, we were just like, why are you even on the radio?
Right.
So Chris, so what is Drake, man? Is he an MC or is he an artist?
Okay. So when he first came out, he was an MC. Like when he first dropped and his first CD that came, and that's how when it first came out, because I got it on a CD, like after the mixtape. So this was like 2010-ish.
Sharp part that joint.
Yeah, he was an MC. Because his lyrics, his wordplay, his puns, his production on it, and the storytelling, he was an MC. He was a genuine like master of ceremonies. Like he moved the crowd. You know what I mean? That was his joint. But as he got more and more famous, then he became quote unquote an artist, because then you start experimenting with like the auto tunes and you kind of singing. Then you're getting further and further away from what made him an MC. And I think that's where he's in the artist genre. Like Akon was a singer and he was a singer. And then as he got further and further in the business, now he's a producer. Now he's an entrepreneur. Now he's just someone that's a part of the music community. I wouldn't consider him a singer anymore. He's almost a former singer. That's where I look at it as that one Drake. Do I listen to Drake now? Hell no. Did I listen to Drake in 2010? Yes, I did. I thought it was like fire. I thought it was like, man, I can't wait for the next CD. And then I heard it and I was like, what happened?
Right. All right. So here's my thing about Drake, right? Yeah. I don't dislike the guy, right?
No, not personal at all.
Right, exactly. Like my thing is this though. You want to be in both spaces, right? Cool.
Why can't he be in both spaces?
Now, hold up. I said that's cool. That's cool, right? Lauren did it. CeeLo did it. Fonte from Lil Brother did it, right? But here's the thing. They were rappers first, and they were great at rapping. Then they were like, hey, you know what? Let me show you. I could do this too.
Yeah.
And they did it very well. Right? Yeah. Now here's the thing about Drake. Drake is dope. And he was becoming a dope MC, right? He was growing, He decided, he got to that fork in the road. And everybody comes to that fork in the road when they say, hey, you know what? I want to make lots of money.
Yep.
Right? Because there's not a lot of money in being, it could be, let me say that. It can be if you're traditional, but to be what he is right now, artist of the decade, he came to the fork of that road. He said, you know what? I'm going to become a singer and I'm going to become a rapper. Right? Yeah. Here's the thing though. You're not really that good at rapping.
Oh, wow. Dropped it.
You're okay. You're not great, you're okay, and you're not a great singer.
No.
So how do I, the person who collects, art and music, a person who critiques music without even having a podcast, I'm by myself critiquing who you are. How do I say this person who's mediocre at both of two of these things is great?
I don't think you can, because that's your opinion. But you gotta look at it like nowadays. So again, and I hate to be like the old people, you know what I mean? Like we like the old three in the room, you know what I mean? But when we were younger, you were judged on your rhyme skill. Like it was a legit skill, regardless of what beat they put on there. Could you complement the beat? Not was the beat gonna be the one that saved you? And now
that's a big statement.
Now we're in the generation where the beat is what. If you can have a song by Blueface and this dude is making money and he's not rapping on beat, and it's not even cute, kind of like Lumi D. Remember Lumi D came out with and the shit was
right.
And it was off key, but it was kind of cute. But that's an example of the beat saving it. That when that beat came out in the summer, that was the summer beat for like 2 years.
Let's question. So people like Blueface, definitely not the first artist type to do it. I think back to people like Silk the Shocker, who definitely did not rhyme on beat at all. And
that's a southern. That was a southern thing though. Like I agree.
That wasn't
Silk the Shocker wasn't a good rapper. I agree.
All right. So listen, I'm gonna say this too, because I don't want anybody to look at this and be like, "Yo, all right, he just hating, right?"
Yeah.
Because I feel like, all right. So listen, there were a couple of rappers. I'm just gonna say him today. I'm just gonna say him.
Go ahead.
A couple of rappers that we consider to be legends. That to me back then was not that good.
All right.
First, and they didn't. This group did not get that good until maybe later on. DOS Effects.
Yeah.
Bump, skippity bump.
And I'm gonna be real, DOS Effects to me was like a one-hit wonder. Like they were a one-trick pony. They had that one thing, and they wrote it out.
Right. Like it's a bunch of nursery rhymes. Yes. I'm listening to this. I'm like, yo, the beat is catchy, and I was rocking with it. Don't get it twisted. But as I reflect, like this was a bunch of nursery rhymes and just a bunch of stuff in this one. And it
with a catchy beat and a catchy hook, and it sold money.
Which is going on a lot today.
Exactly.
Because I'll tell you, to Clinton's point, I say this, like when you say Drake is mediocre at singing, mediocre at rapper. So look at CeeLo. CeeLo was a part of Goody Mob, and CeeLo was a big part of the rhyme scheme in Goody Mob, right? Mm-hmm. And then he said, I can sing. And he legit sings on his records. Like take Wildflower. If everybody hasn't heard it, take Wildflower. Wildflower is a legit like fast-paced R&B song, and he's a legit singer. And let's take Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah was holding it down for female rappers for decades. And then she said, I'm gonna drop a whole CD singing covers. And she sang a cover of the Mamas and Papas California Dreamin'. If y'all haven't heard that, go check it out. Yo, she sings the shit out of that song.
Well, I was giving props to her, man, when she came out with she was doing her thing even in Chicago. That's when I first heard her start singing.
Yes, when she was in Chicago. And and people they didn't know that she could sing. And then she dropped I think she's done 2 or 3 just singing albums. Right. And they were legit, like they hold its own with other female singers who have just been singing. But then you have people like Drake who I'm not gonna pay for him to go just sing me a song. And it's like when I coach, it's like because I coach football. If a kid plays in 7th grade, then for some reason doesn't play 8th grade, and then you get him in 9th grade, football wise, he's still a 7th grader. Because he's left at that skill level, and you got to play catch up. So if Drake, let's give him credit, benefit of the doubt, he stopped being an MC in 2012. He's still at his lyrical skill level of 2012, and there are people that passed him up.
Right.
So you have to look at it like that, because now it's all about the beat. Dudes just rock with the beat. If the beat's fire, that's it. They don't even care about what dudes are saying. Like,
hey, but they got lemon pepper.
I'm sorry. Hey, there's no reason. I mean, I want to say this because the baby might find a brother. That dude be going after people, but there's no reason why he should be rapping. Like, I mean, I'm glad he got his hustle and he out here rapping and people like his stuff. But I've listened to it and I'm like I get like 60 seconds into a song. I'm like, I can't. And I just
it's just too much whining. I'm just saying, I don't get it, man. And I'm not listen. I want him one day to get back in the bag without where he was in terms of what I like. But until then, I'm going to listen to all your LeBrons, all the Drakes, all the people who are on top of the world. Understand, they're going to be people who want to critique and not like what you do. Yes. Not everybody's going to like what you do.
So interesting that you bring that up, man. So,
but I can't do it, but I still have an opinion.
Right.
So is Dr. Dre a producer?
Oh my gosh.
What you talking about? You talking about Ed Love is Dr. Dre? You talking about Ed Love is Dr. Dre?
No, I'm talking about Dr. Dre, the Dr. Dre.
You talking about Dr. Dre? Okay, so Dre, getting in shape, Dre, passed out because his head hurt because his wife taking that money, Dre.
Yeah,
that Dre, yeah.
He was like, you are how much? Oh shit!
Right.
He tried to fake his own death.
He put a stop to that though. He was like, oh, that. Listen,
that's because he called Tupac. He was like, hey, how'd you do it, bro? How'd you do? I got to get out of this situation. I want to answer that, and I want to go back to what Clint asked me. So growing, I know we taking it back to the original question, but this is what happens when people like you vibe together. You just start talking.